Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and jump in a couple more games. Like I said, I'm gonna marathon. To. I'm expecting some two of my friends to swing by. When that comes through, there's gonna be intermission. I wouldn't say a 5 to 10 minute intermission. Might be a little longer. I haven't seen them in a while, so I would just go ahead if you want to still stay tuned to my streams and expecting me to come back a little later because I will be coming back a little later. I'm gonna be streaming a lot today. You just go ahead and check out the archives on YouTube. I've put up my skin showcase for Smite. I've put out my alt and companion showcase for Neverwinter. For Zombie Monsters Robots, I've shown you my clothes skin collection. Now, I don't have that many items in that game, but the ratio of money spent per skin in that game, I kind of tend to think it's a little high. Like I like games that are really clear on how much you're spending. Like for per example, Neverwinter. Usually the 2500s, it's usually just specifically saying $25. I like games that are just clear cut like that. You don't have to do any background math. A lot of the skins in Zombie Monsters Robots, they're usually, I believe, 17 and under. So you'll see skins that say 1700 or 1100. If you say 1100s, that's just usually $11. I feel skin 7 and below are appropriate amount to pay for a skin. I know people are still thinking that's expensive, but again, that is supporting the game you like. A lot of these games are free to play. You're not paying an entrance fee for these games. A lot of these games, if there was no such thing as a free to play genre, and you came into this genre and they weren't free to play, you'd be paying like a. And I'm talking about on release. I'm not talking about waiting for a sale, that price to come down. And I'm talking about modern game. I'm not talking about when games are $50. I'm talking about modern game. You're paying $60. So if you add up, if you spend up to $60, it's like you would have bought the game. So that's the mindset I like to think of. So I know that's what I'm saying. If you follow my channel, you subscribe, and you start to wonder, I must have spent a pretty penny. I've done this for years. This was all in support of the stream. Like I said, I've never had the mindset of just coming into a stream and streaming for the basic skins. I mean, if you're gonna play into a game, you're basically gonna see that if you watch a stream like that. That's not going against anyone else's stream. I just tend to think. I'm speaking for me personally. I just tend to think that's a little boring. Why would I want to? I'm not knocking anyone's stream. I'm just saying if why watch the stream if I'm gonna see what I can see when I play the game. I want to see someone with a skin that they have a skin and they're using it a certain way and like that. Let me just put up the stream. Yeah, just give it a general alert, like I said. So yeah, like I said, if you're just joining in, I like to choose around the team. I don't like to just auto lock. It's nothing, even if that's your play style. Some people, there's other two people you get the auto lock. Some people just want to master a god, or you get people auto lock when they're really good with a god. That's cool. Someone picked a tank. Like I said, I don't always want to show you a specific class. I want to show you a multitude of classes. All right, so we have a tank, hunter, mage, and a mage. We could use an assassin. I just gave you assassin, but as you see, in certain classes, they have more gods in that class than not. Like I know if I go to tank, you'll see that there's not that many gods. And I'll just break down the names real quick. Your assassins are your assassins. Your warriors are your, would be paladins or your warriors. Your guardians are your tanks. Your mages are obviously your mages. And your hunters would be like your rangers in games. I'm going to pick assassin since there's a multitude. And I'm going to show you the Mercury skin. So yeah, of late I haven't been doing as well as I used to do in closed beta with Mercury. I don't know what happened if they nerfed him a little bit. It says 2 mastery up there. I know a lot of people assume beyond 1 mastery. You have a pretty good grasp of the character. I do. Like I said, I have a grasp of all of the gods. I don't know if because like I said, I'm tending to using a lot of custom builds. I don't like to just, even if I'm going to set it and forget it, you'll come across so many different, this is one thing I had to learn. You'll come across so many different gods and different scenarios. Certain builds are only viable for certain situations if you're going to set them up yourself. Like a lot of websites, they'll give you advice to set up gods in their items. Like you'll see where the gold gets depleted and I'll get a new item and it'll go from 1 level to 2 to 3. But a lot of websites have the mindset of thinking at the god's maximum potential in terms of gods who do damage, gods who are defensive. But those are just Those builds are meant for certain situations. I feel they're not like a variable. They're not. You're not able to handle a whole range of situations. The custom builds, like I said, for a lot of gods, they work for a lot of situations, or just generally my playstyle. I tend to not rush a lot. I don't like to die a lot. As you've been following the streams, you'll see that I tend to retreat a lot. I don't like to be the reason why my teams. I don't like to feed. I don't like to feel like I'm the reason why the team's getting gold faster. Cool thing about this skin, it changes colors. And if you never saw me play with Mercury, this ability, he dashes out and he does a little bit of damage. Mid to late game, it does a lot of damage. It's a good ability to use. Early game, I'm not going to be outputting a lot of damage. This move gives me a attack speed buff and a little bit of a speed buff. And this third move, if I use it on a god, you'll grab them and spin them around, and you can toss them where you want to. My ultimate, you clap, and you can run across the map if you let the line load up long enough. And you can hit a god or multiple gods if they're in your line of sight, and you'll spin them around for a certain amount of seconds. So it's good to set it up where you know. Some ultimates they're good to use to set off someone else using their ultimate, or they complement ultimates. And what I mean by that is some ultimates they're good to initiate with. With Mercury, I feel like it's initiation ultimate. It's not good to clean up a kill, because if a god just usually swipes out of your way of sight, then you'll have missed the kill and you have wasted it not using on multiple. So I usually try to get multiple gods in my line of sight, set it up, and hope that, because since they're spinning around, I'm hoping that my team members, that since they're in the stun, my team members are just picking up the slack and finishing them, because I'm going to run beyond the team, and whoever's trying to retreat, I'll be able to do the damage to people trying to escape. And I'm going to hang back, because like I said, some characters in the beginning of the game, they're not really strong. I'm going to escape, because I know the whole team's going to chase me. Like I said, that's what I meant by using your ultimate and someone picking up the slack. I spent him around, he was stunned. Someone on my team picked up the kill. That's what I meant. Team, thinking of the team. Now we have 2-0. If we constantly keep the minions back, we don't let any go through, we'll have an advantage. The advantage will keep increasing as we keep getting kills. We have, the more kills we're getting, we're getting more of an advantage. No. Know when to cancel your abilities, know when to switch up your gameplay in terms of, alright, no, I can't use my ability right now, I'll just pull back and kill minions. Arachne's trying to creep. She used to be a lot deadlier pre-patch. She had an ultimate that had a really short cooldown with a spider web where she can pull you. It would pull you and stun you, and she does so much burst damage that it will pull you and stun you. Oh, I can't help him. It will pull you and stun you, and then the other team can just it was just a really deadly attack she had. They've nerfed her, they changed all her abilities. I wouldn't say it's for the worst, I wouldn't say it's for the best. I prefer her old game style. I'm gonna just escape. I wanted to try to stop him from doing the damage to my teammates. They should have been generally using their attacks in the beginning. They shouldn't have waited that long. I know she was trying to anticipate where I was gonna move, but in waiting it so long, a lot of teammates who were helping trying to kill me got killed. Now we're up. But we're not up by a substantial amount, so I would hope that a lot of people are retreating now. Because if we increase the lead by 100 to 150, I would say it'd be close to a domination. And I'm just gonna. Also, yeah, if you clap a lot, you're just showing them you're clapping. You can. I tend that tends to push people back and instill a little bit of fear in them. Like, oh god, he's gonna ultimate. Oh god, he's gonna ultimate. Oh god. Like, it just tends to put a little bit of fear in people. So I just did that to spin it. There you go. I don't use it to pick up a kill. I'm not thinking like that with Mercury. Like I said, you'll see me escape a lot with Mercury. He's really squishy. He's good at like a pickup killer. I feel like he's good as a pickup killer mid to game. So that'd be after 5 minutes. Then I'll start thinking about attacking more and thinking less of escaping. But like I said, if you think in your mindset the first 5 minutes to constantly attack, you will be killed by sustained damage by other team members that's going against you. So be mindful of that. A lot of characters in this game are squishy, even tanks. You can see I tried to anticipate where she was going to go, and I failed multiple times. So I'm just trying to. When my cooldown comes, I'm just going to escape. That was bad position. I was trying to creep. I'm just trying to put myself in a good spot to counter attack if at all, if I need to. There we go. And I should be escaping. I don't have a rush down. I mean, well, yeah, I don't anticipate me dying. He should have escaped. Oh, I should have escaped. I was thinking I could have handled it. I didn't expect Arachne. So, yeah, I didn't expect her to throw the web. The web made me have to change my positioning. I would say think of escaping more than anything. Oh, that Odin is lucky. If no one picks up the slack, that Odin is really lucky. I see someone chasing him. We're going to get the kill, I believe. There we go. Now it's the 5-minute mark. After this cooldown, yeah, I have an item. I believe that's Oni Blades or Oni Size. I'm not sure the specific name. That's going to allow me to do a lot more critical damage. Mercury is basically, he's good for critical damage and, well, I don't want to rush her down. I want Odin to defend her. See? Know when to attack, when no not to. He's good for critical damage and speed. But like I said, I don't want to feed. I don't want to die. No one's around me. See? Like I said, know your position. It helps if you're starting out this game to look at the mini map. That'll keep you in focus of where everyone's at. I tend to use this ability to just use it to kill minions. If I'm using it on a god, that's just me being a little cocky. I'm gonna try to use this now because I see he's trying to rush to use his ultimate. Yeah, you don't want to get hit with that because you're in a cage, and as long as you're in a cage with him, he has protections. I'm not sure if I hit anybody. He has protections, and the protections, he'll gain a passive if he kills you in the tank. So I'm trying not to ever get killed in there by him. And I don't even think he has to kill you. As long as you get killed in there, period, he'll get a protection. Now you may be wondering, we have a lot more kills. They're up because, like I said, they've been getting they're getting late game kills, and they're not letting any minions go through at all. We've let a couple of minions go through. Let me just try to assist in the kill of Odin. Help out with the damage. So like I said, you'll see my gameplay change up. I'm not really thinking of escaping that much. I'm just trying to figure out when I can get in and escape. I never rush in, like see right there. I never rush in. I try not to rush in. I only rush in if we're up by a lot and it's a little conducive to increasing our lead and me dying doesn't really hurt. But a lot of people are dying because their gameplay, their mindset is thinking of trying to get a kill, you know, someone's going to be behind me. Like I said, I used to think like that, like, oh, someone's always going to be behind me, protecting me. Sometimes you have to come to terms to know that, not everyone's going to have your back. You're not always going to have the support you need. So just, try to have your own back in the back of your head. And if you're just thinking about supporting yourself, you'll know when to retreat. You'll assume no one's going to back your ultimate up. So like this would have been a waste. Because then they would concentrate on Odin while they're getting sustained damage by Anhur and Arachne. Sobak is in a bad place. She's waiting to smash down on me. Yeah. Escaped at the right time. I'm going to give myself a little speed boost so I can get back in the base. I don't think, even though we're up by kills, I don't think even if we push minions through, we might make a comeback. Now, I hope you people who've been watching the stream so far, you're not thinking, oh, I'm always saying that and I'm winning. Like I said, by general gameplay tactics, they're doing a lot of pushing. And by pushing us back a lot, they're allowing their minions to get through. Yeah, he jumped. She's gonna. Yeah, with the sustained damage, I'm done. My cooldown's too long to escape. I don't expect to live. Well, with him being killed, it makes me a little safe. Now I'm gonna try to zigzag. Yeah, like I said, if we were staying together, people focusing a little bit more on minions, we're not really focused on pushing the middle. Like I said, my teammates are on the sides. Generally, when you see your teammates drift off to the sides, they're chasing an enemy. Like I said, I don't advise chasing. Like you see a lot of people dying. I don't advise chasing. Chasing are good for assassin type people. Damn. I would have assumed that would have done a lot more damage. I did hit her with my ability. I'm surprised it didn't kill her. Like I said, I